So as we wait for our second round match, Lucas and I were discussing kind of the change we made last round for game three. We ended up taking the cruel ultimatum out of the deck here. I know that's not nearly as fun and putting the path in, but um, it seems like, well, I should have clicked there. Whoops. It seems like our deck may be a little bit stronger with this, and casting cruel amazing in any time where you're drawing just force in the deck is going to be pretty tough.
And while it did especially want to battle mage away signets, so I mean battle mage away golems, almost every opponent's gonna have signets as artifact targets, and there's plenty of
Yeah.
species spicy other targets. And I definitely have forgotten Thor's Gate Battle Mage had been time shifted.
Yes, that's the only reason it's in this invasion block is not in modern.
Why isn't there Mystic Snake?
There's Mystic Genesis.
Oh, just as good.
I miss Mystic Snake. All right, this is a clear mulligan. We've only got one plains. Got two lands, one of which was green.
That plains that won us the match on the spot last round is now.
This is a key. This is fine. We've got a green producing land. We can produce all our colors of mana with this hand, actually. I'm gonna keep the ground assault on top. I'm fine. Drawing a removal spell.
As nearly all of our games are going to go, begin with the tap land.
Yep. I need to assign the F6 key here. I thought I had assigned it to a different button, but apparently that's not true. So I'll do that during sideboarding this time.
I think we go with the signet here.
Yeah. Just weighing my options, kind of. Yeah. Let's go with signet.
Allows us to Thorn's Gate value mage if we draw an untapped source, but more like we're just gonna play the tap land.
Yeah. You can get a Seal of Doom into play.
Yeah, but great use of our mana with the steal and the tap land.
Yeah.
Opponent seems to be on a similar strategy so far.
Not too exciting, yeah. There's no surprises when you just play Seal of Doom into a naked board, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I remember when this card was in Nemesis. All the seals, they're pretty good cards. Seal of Doom was great. Clearly has the old style of black removal where it says destroy target non-black creature. And we've got nothing here.
I hope our opponent does not Forbidden Alchemy and sort of start a value engine as they cast for Forbidden Alchemy.
Island Augur in the graveyard. So we'll just cast this noble.
Soul Manipulation is definitely on our radar, but we're just in no position to just not cast spells.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Agony Warp. Okay. Heroe. It's gonna die to a ground assault. Oops.
Definitely look like those wings fly a little higher than a ground assault, but
I always thought that was weird that ground assault hit creatures with flying, but I guess the earth can just come up. Actually, it's killing a dragon in the picture. I never looked that close before.
That is not what we wanted to see.
4/4 with recoil. That's always fair. hit my Savage Land. I think I'm gonna discard the Slave Driver here.
That's fine. Gives us a play next turn.
Yeah. I don't like that. I mean, I'm not able to do anything with the path yet, but I may be able to get value with the token, get a block on the token, and kill with the Battle Mage later on.
I'm feeling that too.
My guess is they're going to be swinging every turn, though. Get our attack in here. The token. Yeah, this looks like the Grixis value deck I've been seeing here for a while. I could just lay the Bomber here and pass and see what they do.
I like
If
the
they
bomber.
counter it, you know, if they have a soul manipulation, we can at least get this back. Granted, I'm probably blocked by a Moroi, but
I feel like
gets into play.
everyone's gonna cast opportunity here,
You never know.
but yeah, the bomber
They
plays.
could
What?
untap and play Cruel Ultimatum here.
Oh. Show us how it's done.
Yeah, show us the correct way to play that card. Grasp of Phantasms. Alright, so they're gonna time walk us 2 turns in a row, most likely.
And now the beatdowns. Oh, the pump fake.
Alright. This turn, I'm going to attack into the Den River Horror and try and kill it.
We can. Yeah, get this result. This is a much worse creature for our opponent to put back on top of our deck.
Wonder if our opponent just has something that dies to Seal of Doom and they've just been sandbagging for. Oh, there's Cruel Ultimate.
As predicted.
Sacrifice creature, discard the cards, lose that life. Yeah, that's probably the game.
That card's good. We should have drafted one.
Yeah. It's tough. Well, at least we know to prioritize our Entomber Exarch before they get 7 mana. Torrent of Souls. I guess I'm gonna attack with the Bomber here, and then maybe Torrent next turn. It's not the greatest play, but something that gets back in the game.
Do we have another creature in the graveyard?
Yeah, we have a Noble in the graveyard as well as the
Oh, yeah?
Battle Mage.
Oh yeah.
The Noble will be a great card to get back. Don't cast another one. Okay. Well,
That would be awesome
why
if we
does
did
it
this
even, why
card.
does it even show the Goblin token in my hand? That's just. Well, let's get in there.
So that keeps giving us reasons to play on for another turn, but kill their guy again for 1.
Maybe we'll deck him.
Yeah. Our 4-color no mill strategy.
Tempting us to cap this auger with the seal band, but just can't bring myself to do it. Well, there's the soul manipulation. So much value. So
We're
much.
getting rid of our green source. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Take that. We got green sources for days.
So we got Agony Warp, Cruel Ultimatum, Grasp of Phantoms. Flashback Forbidden Alchemy. Auger Spree Opportunity. Okay.
So our opponent sort of is the most control you can go, I believe, in this format.
I think we're gonna die. I'm actually gonna go ahead and seal the auger here. Normally I'd probably take this for at least one turn, but my hope is that this draws them into at least playing a non-black creature so I can know what they're playing here. Just get a little bit more information for our next couple of games. Azure Mage, there we go. It's clearly what our opponent was waiting on. Guess I'm gonna say go.
I don't think we need to show him terminate.
Well, I kind of think we do. Maybe our opponent won't realize how many cards are left in their deck. Sounds like a terrible win condition, but it's Grizzlebrand? What's about to happen here? Cruel Ultimatum number two. Alright.
They're drawing 3 cards here?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're definitely on the Deckham plan. Don't know how much that's gonna work, but
Yeah.
we're losing 5 life and then taking 2.
Double Cruel Ultimatum. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, we're gonna take a good look at their library before we end this game.
Another Azure Mage. Swan. Alright. 2 ultimatums, opportunity, Augur Spree, Agony Warp, Soul's Manipulation, Grasp of Phantoms.
We don't have a bomb in the graveyard, right?
What's that?
There's no bomber in our graveyard.
Not in our graveyard, no. No. Alright.
And let's look what we can tweak our deck into.
I'm going to go ahead and fix my settings while we're here.
Sprouting Thrynax is pretty good against. It's pretty bad against the Horror. It's pretty bad against Grasp of Phantasm. Pretty good against Cruel Ultimatum.
For some reason, maybe your F6 keys are not working. I'm gonna go ahead and bind that. Okay. Sorry, what were you saying about Grasp?
Thinking about Sprouting Thrynax. Is-
Right.
Is this a Delirium Scheme matchup?
What do you mean?
I mean, they're like the control deck. Do we try to set up where we just put something on the board from the scheme?
Yeah. can't see myself casting Delirium Schemes. And we basically have to get out from under the Cruel Ultimatums. I feel
Do we
like.
board our own Cruel Ultimatum? Like, does the path do anything? They showed us no signets and we saw 35 cards of their deck. 30 cards of their deck.
That's true. I mean, I'm fine going back.
Yeah.
See what happens. And the island here. The whole goal is to ultimatum them before they ultimatum us.
Just we have in their deck.
Swamp Hound. What was the other card again?
Augur Balls.
But we want the Augur. We had the Augur before with the Cruel
No.
Ultimatum.
That's
No, we have 17 lands here.
oh.
Swamp.
Yeah.
Seems very difficult still. Well, let's see what happens.
Start it. Oh, we're starting. Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep this.
Hand's pretty good. I'm more excited about all of our opening hands than Sawyer seems to be. Opponent's on 6 cards. So
Well,
this double Cruel Ultimatum deck is not going to be the easiest thing to defeat. I think the third turn Spectre is going to force him to have an
Yeah.
answer.
my guess is they're gonna agony warp it. Black, blue, red. We have an answer for the Azure Mage. Attack.
And we'll see what they have.
Oh, they're just taking it.
That's
Nice.
definitely a good sign.
Do you think? I think I try to Augur Spree here, rather than lay the Bomber in case they're kind of banking on soul manipulation and counter our creature, get back with Abyssal Spectre, lay Abyssal Spectre. And I think I'd rather just get the Azure Mage off the board.
Okay, and do we time this in their upkeep?
Yeah. We do have the upkeep stuff.
Okay.
That's great. Alright. Crap happens. I'll lay the Bomber here.
If we... I just want to make sure we can double spell next turn, and playing the Bomber does not prevent us from playing Spectre and Bomber next turn. No.
Correct, because we'll have.
Yep.
These will cast the Bomber, and then we have these 3 lands to cast this.
It's much easier to cast Cruel Ultimatum in a deck that doesn't have 4 forests in it. I've found.
Well, that doesn't have them in play. We still have 4 forests in our deck. Okay. Are you about to get soul manipulated? Or Mist Raven? Nope. They
I mean, he
know-
knows we have...
They know we're gonna cast this, so. Yep.
Yeah. They got a
so
zoom.
much value. I hate all.
Yeah.
Hate it. second Azure Mage. And
No, they. Azure. That's
oh,
what
sorry,
they got
never
back with
mind.
the
Sorry,
soul
for some reason
manipulation.
I thought they got the other card back.
So we're gonna reanimate our Spectre pre-combat.
Yeah.
And the bomber? Just make 4 tokens?
That may be the best play here, yeah.
So that whacks for 7 damage, goes to 10, get 4 tokens on board, and
They can ultimatum next turn, by the way, which is another reason possibly to get both of our cards in hand onto the battlefield. And then try and hit them next turn.
Could we play both of our cards in hand and the Spectre? No.
Yeah, I think we actually get our creatures into the battlefield.
I like that.
Black. So I'm gonna get I have to lay a forest though. That sucks. Cast both of these. Because we're very close to Cruel Ultimatum Mana ourselves.
We definitely want to play both spells though, so.
Yeah, we're just gonna do it. Alright. Let's attack first.
So our opponent Cruel Ultimatums is a trigger on the stack.
Oops.
They're gonna go up to 20, then take a bit of a beat down.
And we'll see what happens though. This guy will get our permanents into play. And don't let them just rip 3 cards out of our hand. That's a good sign.
Yep. Cruel Ultimatum would have been horrible. Dinner Over would have been horrible, but draw a card is not horrible.
Ooh. Do you think they have another soul manipulation?
I want to attack with Spectre and all the squad on the ground. Maybe or maybe not the Splicer himself. And then post combat to allow them to play if they have another soul manipulation to play something else first.
Right. Yeah. We taking with everybody? We leaving the Splicer back?
We attack with everyone.
Yeah, if they want to trade that as a mage for that, that's fine. Is it charm this guy? Really? Okay. Layer land. Kicker.
Something to note with our ability to cast Cruel Ultimatum, we won that game, is when we've seen Dinrover Horror in their deck, we prefer to have them not kick us off a color and therefore off Cruel Ultimatum mana.
Right.
So if we had like a forest in hand, then I would not play it. But any other land that we need to cast Cruel Ultimatum, I would play it.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Our opponent did not cast a lot of spells that game. They used all their mana just activating the mage. And we'll go on to the final showdown.
Alright, Guildgate Heaven.
Heaven. I think blue-red because we're going to get swamp.
Yeah. Is it charm? Okay. And there's a swamp.
Do we play the 2-drop or just play Guildgate?
I mean, if we get another land, we're going to be able to turn 4 Battle Mage. Not sure how relevant that's going to be. I'd rather just go ahead and get the card out of our deck. Actually, hold on. If we go land, have 7 cards, creature. Okay, we'll go back up to 7. Okay. And we still get swamp, right? Is there any double green? There's no double green cards worried about.
Yeah.
We'll have the double red. Okay. Oh, that's poop.
We we have the mana to slam Spectre this turn and then Battle Mage with Kicker the next turn.
No, we can't.
Oh,
cast
we have
Spectre,
Force.
so
Sorry. Yep,
Force to
Force.
play.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the Torch Runner into play. And then we'll just Battle Mage next turn.
That does not allow us to play the Spectre the turn after that. But
Yeah. Stuff. Oh, they didn't lay a land though. That's awesome. Alright, I'm gonna get in here with this Torch Runner. See if they'll try and trade here. Doubt it.
is it Charm just counters non-creature spells, correct?
Correct. It does kill Thorn's Gate Battle Mage.
That is.
Another Azure Mage. Oh, there's Augur Spree for that. That feels good. Get in with my Torch Runner. Run some torches here.
And Spree the Mage. And play a land that allows us to cast a Spectre next turn, which
Either one's
is
fine.
either of them. Probably play blue-red here,
Yeah.
in case we try to if we have another red spell in our deck.
Well, our opponent's not drawing their mana. It's unfortunate for them. It's kind of tough. Looks like we're gonna be able to get in. I really don't like the idea of trading Torch Runner for.
I'm fine not attacking here.
Think so. I mean, my opponent's screwed on mana though. Like if they don't lay another creature, they're clearly not laying a creature. If we get in and kill this, and this turn we just lay a Sylvan Ranger
And then
Spectre.
yeah.
Ideally, the damage is gonna be made up here. Alright. So I'm gonna cast the Spectre. Blue, red, black. Sylvan Ranger. I would like to use the ability. I guess I'm gonna get a.
Mountain?
I'm still getting a swamp.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess a mountain.
I definitely don't think we get the swamp.
Well, we're gonna have 3 red sources still. You know.
Mm. That's also 3 black sources, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter. I'll just get the mountain.
We're definitely putting the tap land.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, they did lay a 4th land. Still no black mana though. That's gotta be tough. Mizian Mortars. All right.
Okay. I'm thinking attack with both
Attack.
play a signet and a slave driver.
Yeah.
If our opponent stumbles like one more turn, I think we definitely
Dang.
put.
Hopefully we're gonna alchemy into our cool mid here. Well,
Oh, and they
never
stumbled.
mind. Unfortunately for our opponent there, I'm still a little split on. I don't think we clearly know what the right deck to play is here.
Yeah, the cultivated deck or the path deck.
I don't know if that even sent.
Their deck did look great. 2 ultimatums and like a whole control deck to set it up.
Yep.
Was pretty sweet.
That's why you play the games, right?
Luckily, we are